Today we finally finished the last piece of the Great Company. For those who don't know, that's part of Coco's signature weapon. And of course, if you've been living under a rock, who is Coco? Well, Coco is the one and only all-star, I would say, tanky supportive unit. She is the one that gives the energy. She gives you the bento. She makes you happy. She'll take a bite for you. She's awesome. She's an amazing unit. And right now, we only have her signature at 4 stars. This is still a step up from what we had before. For example, we used to just run Brutal Axe on Coco. Brutal Axe, honestly, not the best for her, but she really cares about having high HP as part of her skill kit, and this gave her that. But ever since the release of the Astral Imprints, on top of that, getting this from the, I forgot what kind of game mode they called it now, the Lighthouse, we actually end up getting the Great Company of the Journey. And we have it at 4 stars. So we can finally get to its last star, and I actually don't know what the last star gets us. I know we get that 15% HP, increased 15% healing effect, and when healing dispels 1 debuff for 2 turns, and grants healing received up to, can be activated up to 1 time per round. Okay, so I think we get the healing received up to, which is also an increase from, I think, 15% to, no, it's 10% to 20%. So this is like a 12% increase on the 5 star. It's still very good, right? That's also not including the additional HP increase that Coco gets, because that, I think, increases Coco's healing from her standard attacks outside of her ability. So anyways, let's get Coco to 5 star. So let's see. Oh, her equipped to 5 star. Now I gotta remember, where do we get this lighthouse at? Okay, with lighthouse, go to events. Okay, no, not there. Go to here. No. You go to here and then go to events. Yeah. Okay, and then it's here somewhere, right? No. Oh geez, how do I get to the events? Oh wait, it's here. Expedition. There's just so much stuff, so many game modes nowadays. It truly. Okay, anyways, let's go to exchange. And as you can see, we have 1 more. Let's do it. Purchase. Cool. And of course, we've got to do the deed immediately. So she's gonna be at 10,400, but I think in game she is sitting near 13k, I want to say. So like she's got a lot of health on her. Here we go. Bam. Look at that. What a beaut. So now we've got our Coco fully decked out too. 5 star this, 5 star that. And of course a pretty, let's say pretty decent Fool's Naivety. The only issue I'm also seeing with her though is the Crystal Burst armor. My Coco at least doesn't truly all the time use Strike Back. Actually, I don't think ever, right? She doesn't have the ability for it. So it's kind of just there for extra HP padding. And I don't know if there's anything else worth chaining for. I think this is sort of the only armor that gives that nice, decent chunk of HP. Like we could go with something like, actually don't even think there's much else that gives HP, right? I feel like there's a like an epic. Is this called epic? I don't know what this rank is called. I think there's like an epic one that gives you some HP, but it's like very low and you have to be like above 30% health or something. I don't know. That might be defense. But yeah, so right now I think she's got everything that's the best in slot. She's the business. Best in slot is her. She's got everything that she needs to become the best that she can be, which is great. I'm actually curious to see how she plays differently, which I don't think she will. I think she's just gonna be a little more beefier, but it's all awesome. All right, so now we have to decide what other thing we're gonna get next. So we've ended up getting Coco's signature, but now I'm wondering, who do we go for next? And this is gonna be actually quite some time before we get the next one, just because it takes so much time to get these. But we do have like a pretty decent variety, right? We could use it to basically just farm the badges. I think this is like one of each, right, for the badges? We could try to clear up the badges. My understanding, though, is with this shop, I think in the future, they're going to release it so that's going to be unlimited signatures from here. You just kind of have to work through the cost, which is like a time restraint kind of thing. We also have the astral shards, which I'm actually curious with this. If I buy one of these, that's 10 shards? Right? One of them is 10, and there's 60 remaining. So all in all is 280. I think that's how that works. In the future, yeah, I think there's going to be like unlimited amount of these. I doubt it's going to be unlimited astral shards or unnamed mortal recollection, but like these are stuff we can work for. I'm kind of more leaning towards like getting the frost spine grip or the paradox crystal chain. But I don't think I use the units that generally want these. Like this is for Agatha, right? Increase HP by 20% before attacking for every 2 tiles. Movement plus charge distance. Increase damage and piercing damage by 4%. Stackable up to 20%. Like who would use this? I mean, you can check here. If we want someone with like who needs that high HP, but also offensive. Oh, interesting. I would not expect Aisha or Nana to use this because this is not really a sword, but fits in as like a sword equip. I mean, there aren't any other really good uses for outside of like Agatha. She's like the prime reason you'd want to get this. It is hers after all, which is kind of funny because I don't think it shows anything about this shows it being Agatha's. It's just like, oh, here it is, Silver Wolf Queen's Hand. So if you know Agatha's like moniker / her name, she's the Silver Wolf Queen. So there you go. You kind of get it from there. I don't know if I want to get that, or we can go for the Paradox Crystal Chain, which I think this is Momos. This is Momos. So when launching a single target attack, increases magic attack by 10%. When on the character's turn, reduces damage taken by 10%, increases max range by 1 tile, and magic attack by an additional 10% when launching a single target attack. So that is like, it's 10% increase, this is probably a max star, 10% increase outside of your turn, and it's a 20% increase outside of your turn. Oh, in your turn it's 10%, outside of your turn it's 20%, plus 10% damage reduction, plus an extra tile range. Which honestly works great. Like this is like definitely something you want for Momo. But I just don't have anything, I just don't have Momo. Like I mean I have Momo, but like I don't use Momo. I think it's like really good too. Like 20% for a magic attack increase? It's like a really good thing here. And all the rest are kind of like boilerplate, like y'all know what those are. If I do go for one, I am definitely eyeballing Momo. I just feel like I don't really play Momo much. I think my Momo's like one, oh, it is 1 star, yeah. 1 star, she doesn't really have too much going on her. I think she is strong for sure. At least when it comes to like a tanky damage dealer. Like I'd put her something like that. It's just the infections just aren't as strong as I think they could be. For example, I think a lot of bosses would definitely struggle with infection users if it was as strong as it is. And because they are, it's like infection is so little. It's like, are you really wanting to use infection on even like the smaller, lesser units? Maybe. It's kind of a hard choice. Like maybe, I mean, yeah, and I feel like Momo just like she's outlived her usefulness to some extent. Just because only early in the game, early on when we didn't have as many units, like I feel like some bosses could definitely been taken care of with the infection, but now it's like no one is getting hit from percentage damage outside of like, actually yeah, not really anyone. It's just like units that can do piercing damage based off their magic attack, which isn't percentage damage, it's just those true damage. You just get high magic attack and you just basically look like you do percentage damage. That's like where the strength of a lot of those newer units are coming from. But it's not to say like she's bad, like she's got lots of utility. Some of the utility though does get hampered because a lot of it also is definitely disruption based. So the pulling and the pushing. Outside of that, you have just kind of like, I don't think you can stop Doom Alert. Have you interrupted? Doom Awaken. But I don't think Doom Awaken stops actions. So that's something like Samantha would do. I mean, it's still like pretty good, right, for Doom Awaken. Increases magic attack by 20%. I'm sure she's like still valid. And of course, when you do get her signature, it's gonna be really good. Best in slot, probably better than even the focus wand. It sort of requires you to have high health or have your health full. I'm sure this will be both still pretty good, but this one's the focus wand's a little more conditional. Anyways, so we've got Coco at 1000 or 10,000, not 10k health. One thing I did notice on Reddit was people looking at, or at least one user in particular, was looking at Camelot for their tank. And I thought that was like interesting, neat idea. Like, we could push Camelot to be a little more tanky, and of course we unlocked Camelot on our main. But my other issue with having Camelot as like your main tank is Camelot doesn't really have a good way of taking attacks for units. Right, where Coco could have assisting cover. While Camelot can be potentially more tanky, he just doesn't have the tankiness, the tankfulness, the usefulness / tankiness that Coco has. So you kind of just like are left out by some of that. So let's go for like, let's look at this. I thought this was like a quite interesting idea though. Like, what if we did make sort of Camelot a tank? Like, what would you be able to get from that? And of course you can have Camelot go in alone and sort of tank a bunch of cooldowns for something. But outside of that, to me, I felt like for your squisher units in the backline, someone who's probably a little slower, doesn't have too many gap closers like Camelot, it probably honestly wouldn't go, I imagine, as well as you'd like it to. Let's do weaponry trial. Wait, no, we can't do weaponry trials. Let's do tarot. Let's do this. So, and we're probably gonna need to bust actually no, we won't need to bust a pot here. We're just gonna see how the healths look. Okay. 10,000. Okay, I think this is still using her not in-game health. It's using her equip health. Take that away. This is fine. We're just gonna show off. Okay, now let's see what she has. 17k health, Coco. Mind you, this is 5-star, best in slot gear, 17k health. Which is like really good, right? Like, it's a really tanky unit. Like, she's a tank for all purposes intended. I just want to see what it looks like when she does take a hit though. Okay. Sure, we can just like do this. I guess we're not gonna be able to get her to take a hit here, right? Everyone's kind of far still. I feel like I can, if I wanted to, just like wipe them out. So we're gonna keep those behind. Here we go. Okay, I mean that was good health, right? So the health from Coco also impacts the units being healed by her reaction. So like her taking damage means a lot of healing for people around her. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Pretty good tankiness. But it's like 17k health. Great company, crystal burst. Yeah. I mean, we could. Could we do without the resonance, the engraving resonance? Like maybe we can do something else. I don't know yet. Anyways, let's do some Coco for you. So 17k HP. Now let's see if we did like a Camelot. How much health would be? I imagine it would be actually quite similar. And I think for this purpose, we'll probably need to remove some of Coco's gear and just like put it straight on Camelot. And this is also a 1-star Camelot too. And we're gonna go in for health only. So if we just, I don't know if Camelot can. Oh no, Camelot can use the Great Company. I don't know why you would want him to use it, because he doesn't, like, this is one of the things with Camelot though. He's more selfish, right? He has no way of proccing it. But I do think it is my highest health item, so we do have to put it on him with this, just to test the health gains. See how tanky Camelot is versus Coco. Oops, I think I backed out. So then the game is like frozen in the midst of like changing one of the, I don't call it, like UI screens. Let's try to pump up Camelot a bit. See how close we get him to Coco's levels of tankiness. Let's plop that on. Let's do this, and then as well as flop this for Coco's. Totally I didn't change it already. I think I haven't, right? Coco still has it. Was it this one? It actually might be that one. I'm like lost. I can't remember exactly which one Coco had, but I'm thinking it should be at the top, right? Oh no, I just unequipped it, right? So it should be down here. This is the one. All right, cool. So we've got 9,000 health, and then we do get a bunch of health if we do equip these. So this increases the max HP by 15%. What it doesn't say is like, is the max HP based off of the base or the bonus from the equips? So we might be able to figure that out. I guess it'll be a little harder to figure out immediately, but so here we go. Also, the HP that we do get from these abilities just might be the difference between how much Coco has and how much Camelot has here. All right, cool. Now we're trying to keep Coco here because why not? We're not gonna finish the battle. All right, let's see how beefy is Camelot. Wow, Camelot almost 20k HP. Mind you, he's only 1 star. Now, does that say much? It might. I mean, at least when it comes to strength, like this might go to show that Camelot not only can become a force to reckon with, like he can get to where he needs while also being tanky enough to like ensure that he gets there. His damage also scales off of the HP, so like he definitely is getting a lot of power here too as well. But I guess we can't really see like what exactly. I wish you know like his trait is also contributing to this and like whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot happening here with Camelot. So Camelot does in fact have more HP. Will have more HP than Coco, but the thing is that Camelot's not really fending off people from your squishy units, right? So also Camelot's not giving your energy. He's not, you know, helping the team out much other than like killing, which you can argue killing is doing a lot. I'm actually kind of curious though to see the damage though. Let's check that out. I think it's like his damage just straight up converts, or his health strap converts to damage. So I don't know if he'll be able to one-shot, but he should be able to do good damage. Okay, and then we go here. I mean, it's damage. I don't know how much I'm expecting if they like kill a one-shot. Immediately go again. Knocks out a bunch of these. Yeah, what a absolute unit. The thing about this too is like the physical shield is also contributing to the basically survivability of Camelot as well. He just has so much like durability. Like that's a lot. But like that's kind of expected. New unit, new abilities. I'm glad it's not like directly competing with Coco. Like doesn't have existing cover. He's definitely more so kind of doing its own thing, which I appreciate. That does mean Coco can stay on the team a little longer, but as a big fan of Mytha though, I'm just like not sure. Like, do we kind of just get rid of Mytha, right? Like when it comes to like my main team, I just don't know if there's like a good reason to have Mytha when like I can keep Mytha's responsibilities to Coco, and Coco I think generally is performing as well, or performing like Mytha's ability as well. That it's like just keep her. Okay, where's my? There we go. And then swap this back. I mean, Coco's also still at like super near 20k HP. I'm curious though. We could probably get a little bit closer to the 20k if we do move the resonance up to like the wand plus cup, right? Because you got the 5% HP here. I don't know if that makes that much difference or if it's also based on the actual base. I imagine that most of it's gonna be based on the base. That could boost us up there. We could go cup for healing. I just feel like Pentacle is just generally a safe pick for most content, and Wand is also a safe pick. I'm like fine with keeping it as is for now. I don't think we have too many engraving mats right now, so we kind of just gotta play out how it is. And then eventually, of course, we gotta get Coco to 4k power. That's like gonna be a big point. Okay, cool. So Coco and Camelot can be damn near like similar. Like these units in regards to HP are going to be competing for each other for sure. And I think that kind of rivals like the most HP a unit can have, right? I think Camelot having such a high base from like the traits and all that. Like Coco also I think gets some HP from the trait. Yeah, she gets HP from the trait, so like that's also contributing. I think Mytha might get some HP or defense. Is it defense? No, she gets damage reduction from her trait. Okay. Alright, damage reduction. And of course, damage reduction doesn't scale nicely. Well, we get diminishing returns rate from damage reduction. I don't know how it stacks. If it's like time-based priority or magnitude-based priority. So, yeah, it's a lot going on with Mr. Camelot. But because of my break, I'm actually just back in time to do my dailies. So we can actually do some dailies, see where I am at on my main. Cause I haven't played a bit on my main, and then we can end off there. So right now, I think I've got most of my expeditions covered from the other day. Let me claim this. Does this go again? Oh, interesting. And then we've got we got to make a lot of time to get our next rewards here. But we're just gonna convert these right away. I'm also like kind of worried about the lower value awards here. Like for example these, because I feel like I'm generally not getting these as much anymore. But like I don't think I need them because I generally need these legendary ones nowadays. Here we go. Alright, let's look at our memory retrieval. So who's in the grinder right now? I'm having second thoughts on Senshi. But the thing is, well, I'm having second thoughts on Senshi. I don't know who else I'd put in here. I feel like Senshi is like the Coco number 2. But at least when it comes to breaker trials, I think Senshi would be nice because if I do have 5 different versions of Coco, I'm not mad about that. So I think it's probably fine to have him be leveled up. So we're gonna keep him in there for a bit. And of course we got Camelot and we've got Samantha. Samantha I'm also like a little worried about because I already have like a strong damage dealer in Anana, but this is like fine. Like it's probably not too bad that we have 2 units that do the same thing basically. When I say same thing, I'm just like damage dealers. Okay, so let's see, Throne of Ashes, get the physical shield, Scorn the Masses. I like Knight's Glory for this. And then we want to put, probably put Feast Axe, or I mean, put his hammer. Oh my gosh, yeah! Imagine when you get Surtur, like 5-star, it's gonna be crazy. And I'm gonna put this. I mean, he's already got like a good amount of health. character's max HP is greater. This is not the current, right? Current HP is just max, which it should be greater. So this should trigger a decent amount. We do want one that has like the ability though. Let's see, do I have one with ability? I might not have another one with ability. I don't remember if I... Oh, we do. We have this one. Oh, wow. This one's actually really good. Straight physical attack and HP. This one's actually nutty on him. That's good. That's a good one. I mean, he already has 8,000 health. The thing with Coco is that, like, she has a bunch of her health from, like, her equips, too. Or if we're going the crystal armor with the shield justice, I think it generally works better, probably, with Camelot's kit. It might be actually too much. I mean, it might be low-key too much, but like, I don't know. Where else? I don't want to give him the shield rush because it doesn't do that much, right? This just gives straight damage conversion with the attack and defense with the physical shield. So I'm liking that. Okay, let's do it. Everything else I think is like fine. Yeah, he can just solo this. I don't want to say one turn, but it could be one turn. Let's see. Oh, I'm teleporting. The thing is, I don't know if he kills in one shot with these. He does. I probably should have positioned better too. Oh, I needed to do... Wait, let me try. I'm wondering if I can one turn this. I do that. I do this. I think I'm gonna put it in here so he gets a little bit more space. And then we can do Knight's Glory. Declaration of Conquest. Crush here. Come over here. Huh. And this is instant. Yeah, the thing is, like, after this, though, you can't really do anything else. Throne of Ashes? Oh, we could combine Throne of Ashes after the verdict. Here we go. This can clear, but it's not instant. Dang. Okay, maybe I can't clear with one turn with Mr. Camelot. Oh no, that's the march. Wait, this still counts as one a turn, by the way. This is still one turn. Easy clap. Easy clap. Solo carry. Mr. Solo carry. Alright, cool. We'll end it there. Thanks, folks, for watching. I am super pumped. We've got to start doing our proof of strength. We've not done proof of strength in a bit. We're still on rank 3. Rank 4 is out, and I do want to make sure I get all the rewards. So I'll probably do that off stream, but just note that's something we'll be doing. I also did notice, I didn't realize this before, but like each proof of strength is actually contributing a different amount of luxite. So this is like in general, like I think a good amount of luxite. I just do wish it kind of like refreshes eventually. But I don't think it will. I think it's like a one-time event. But the way that they put it makes it seem like it's like a refreshing thing, right? Or like Pioneering Odyssey is like a long-term event. Clash is like a long-term event. Proof of Strength, is it? I don't know. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. How are y'all playing Camelot? Are you building him as a tank? Are you playing him as like another damage carry? Very curious because I feel like he generally just wants to be more tanky. Like and I guess it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. You can be tanky and a damage dealer, especially with Camelot. He's converting that health to damage. So let me know what y'all think about Camelot and how you're playing him in the comments below. Peace out. Catch y'all later.